Fighters Only Television, and we're here in London, England, a few days out from this weekend's UFC event at the Wembley Arena. And sitting next to me is Mr. Cub Swanson. Cub, first time in England, enjoying yourself?
It's cold. It is my first time, and I wish you guys would have turned on the heater for me because I'm dying. I'm from the desert.
This is broadly equivalent to like English summertime. There's not much difference between this and like July or August, really. I think we get like 3 days of sun a year.
Wow, you're really making a case for me to come back and visit in the summer.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely. It's fantastic, the weather and the food. But you were just telling me that the food, you're not really struggling. Like usually what we hear when the American fighters come over is like, look, we can't eat anything. You guys live off sandwiches and like things in pastry and stuff, and but you don't seem to be having those problems.
Yeah, I mean, because I've been eating in my room, preparing all my own food. The first meal I had was here in the restaurant, and I ordered something, and I said, I ordered an omelet, and I said, could I get it egg whites? And the toast, I want wheat toast, and I started making, you know, like these requests, and the lady was like, geez, you know, like getting irritated that I made all these requests. But in California especially, you order a meal, you get it specially ordered. Like you can, anything is doable. So coming here, I feel like they didn't appreciate that.
So that seems fairly standard. I was in the States last year, and even if you go to like a regular diner, you can specify so many things, type of bread and eggs and this and that. And in England, it's like you can have bread or you can not have bread. Yeah. And whatever bread they've got, you can have it or not. And if you start making requests, it's just like,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's how I felt. I got that feeling. And I was like, look, I'm on a diet, bear with me. So
what does your diet look like generally?
Right now I'm just eating real light, real clean. Egg whites and a piece of toast in the morning is my favorite meal. Then after that, I'm eating like some baby food and taking spinach straight out of the bag and eating it.
Actual baby food, like in the little jars? Go explain that one to us.
Because most of it's organic and there's not a lot of sodium in it, and they're making a lot of noise out here. But they put nothing but good food in it, not a lot of preservatives, stuff like that. So it's really clean. And at this point, my biggest thing is eating low calories and low sodium.
Right. And if one of those baby food jars is designed for, like, you know, I guess a meal for a baby, how many of those do you have to eat to?
It'd probably be like 2. My meals, I keep my body thinking that it's on the regular schedule by eating 5-6 times a day, but my meals are so much smaller. So my body thinks that I'm eating on the regular routine, but I'm shrinking the meals. So when I cut weight, I try to trick my body. Do you have a particular? Can you hear that? That's Mike Brown from American Top Team making a coffee over there. He's spying on us. he's with the enemy.
2 sugars. So, do you have a particular favorite flavor of baby food? Is it American stuff you've brought, or are you trying the English Heinz range?
Yeah, I've been getting the stuff here, but I really like the sweet potatoes and the prunes.
So you're saying you don't eat a lot of meat either when you're coming up to a fight? You kind of keep it sort of vegetables and...
Yeah, I eat meat, mostly really lean turkey, but the closer I get to the fight, like the week of, I'd eat like tofu over meat just because whatever's gonna liquefy the easiest, I just want my stomach to burn it so fast. I don't want to have to make it overwork, you know. And meat, you know, it takes a little bit of work to digest that.
A couple of things that people might... Well, one thing, first of all, your real name's Kevin, which I didn't know before this conversation commenced. And the second thing is that you used to play a lot of soccer, and you were on the verge of becoming a professional soccer player, I believe.
Yeah, I was pretty good. I played to junior college, but where I came from, we had such talent, and we used to do very well. I got so many medals and trophies somewhere, but where I lived, there wasn't any like scouts, or nobody was really trying to push us. So all the great talent that we have, they all still play. They're all old fat guys, just drink beer, and they play on Sundays, you know. So I felt like that ship sailed, and I didn't really take it anywhere, and I kind of stumbled onto Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I love competition so much, and you know, here I am fighting now.
At what age did you make the switch from soccer to?
19.
19. What was your position?
I was a forward striker, score goals.
So Jose Aldo, the Brazilian, also plays a lot of soccer, like most Brazilians. And Joe Rogan came up with the theory that Aldo's leg kicks are so effective because he used to be a soccer player, that it maybe powers his kicks more or something. What do you think of that theory?
I think it's true. You know, it's like wrestlers have bigger upper bodies and usually have skinny legs in general, and they have good frames, and like, oh, he wrestled while growing up, and you're like, oh, you know, like for me, I have big legs and I played soccer my whole life, so when I work out, my legs get big because I'm used to running hard, you know. And it's true because for myself, I never train kicks almost, you know. I say I do training kicks maybe 10% of the time, and I just throw them when I fight because it's natural to me. I don't have to train them like I have to train everything else because it's easy for me.
So speaking of Aldo, you're on a 3-0 win streak right now. You know, you're getting up there, and next thing, Anthony Pettis sends a text message to Dana, and he gets the title shot. What were your reactions to that?
Oh yeah, it's the famous text message. I wish my texts were that impressive, but it's a great matchup, and as a fan, I'm excited for it. And you know, when I get my opportunity, I'd love a crack at Aldo. You know, I feel like I owe that fight to the fans, and I felt like I never got a chance to showcase that fight. And you know, if we meet, I'd love that chance.
So if you had a choice, you'd prefer Aldo to Pettis, probably?
Just because we have history, but I mean, I think everybody would be interested in a me and Pettis matchup. I mean, we both kind of throw some crazy stuff, so you know, he's been saying people have been stealing his moves. I'm pretty sure he stole one of my moves last fight. So,
what, the Showtime knee?
No, the cartwheel kick. You know, I was the first one to do that. Yeah.
Well, there's a possible argument that came from Sanchai, the Thai boxer.
Oh yeah.
Do you know Sanchai? Have you ever watched him?
Yeah. But well, that's not MMA.
Anthony's coach, Duke Rufus, says that Aldo's leg kicks are not going to be a factor in this fight because Rufus says that most MMA guys don't know how to check a kick, but Pettis does, and he's going to take Aldo's leg out if he tries to kick him. What do you think about the whole leg kicking? Because we've seen like recently guys like Marquardt getting kicked to bits in fights, and you know, it would seem like you could just block that kick a bit easier than it has been doing.
Well, the reason that you check a kick is because instead of you taking the full pain, you share the pain. It's like we're both gonna endure this pain because we go shin to shin. So most people say, okay, you know, you called my bluff, I'm not gonna kick you anymore because you're willing to do that. In all those cases, you can check his kick, you know, and but it still hurts. And if he doesn't stop kicking after that, then you know, it's all who shins harder. So if he decides to check it and Aldo keeps kicking, you know, one of them might be really hurt. So I think they're a factor no matter what. And I hope he goes with that game plan of not respecting him. I don't think that's a good idea, but you know, I still think it's a great fight.